the CNS, okay, CNS, okay. So because after a long time I will be again taking what thing, the topic of the CNS, okay. So first is CNS, I will discuss. We have two type of tissues in the brain, one are the neurons and other are what, the glial cells, okay. So neurons and the glial cells, okay. So we have the neurons and we have the glial cells, okay. Now what is the difference between the neurons and the glial cells, okay. So first is the neurons are basically around 100 billion, they are 10 times more, glial cells are 10 times more, okay. Number two, neurons, they make impulses, EPSP, IPSP make impulses, okay, and communicate via synapses. So that's why they can create what, and create neural networks. So these networks process data, okay. So they can create the neural networks which can process the data in this particular case. So I hope it's clear. So they can process the data, okay. Whereas these, they are basically supporting cells, they don't create such structures like this. So supporting cells, so they are the supporting cells to neurons, okay. So they are not the main, but they are the supporting cells, okay. Next is what happens, they are formed new all the life, okay. So new glial cells formed throughout life, okay. In fact all the dead neurons are replaced by what, the glial cell, okay. In fact they replace the dead and this, okay. So gliosis occur whenever there is a loss of neural tissue, okay. Whereas these, okay, no new neuron formation, so no new neuron formation, okay, no new neuron formation after birth, okay, because neurons are part of a network. So you can't just take one neuron and put another back, okay, because that will not be able to connect at the right place, okay. Glial cells are generalized, you can replace one with other without any change in the overall function, okay. Like I'll just give example, okay. If I write something like, let's say I write the word physio, imagine the word physio is a proper info, okay. Let's say each one is a neuron group, okay. If I replace one of the word ph or put other word like t, so it become phytio, physio. So what happens, the entire meaning will change. So that's why you can't replace the neurons, because they're part of a network and this network encode the information. Changing a single neuron will destroy the meaning of whole. So that is why when you have degeneration of the brain, atrophy of the cortices, the neurons are lost and the information stored in that system is lost. So you can't just replace a neuron with other one, because that will be not possible. I hope it's clear now. So that's why you can't replace the neurons, that will change entire information, okay. So that's why there are no neuron formation or form after birth. Exception are always there, except olfactory epithelium, these neurons are formed, and hippocampus, and the hippocampus, okay, and the hippocampus. So I was clear. So hippocampus and olfactory epithelium can make new neurons all life, okay. So that's why one more thing is what, since they can be formed, they can divide and form new glial cell. Most of the brain tumors are actually what, they are actually gliomas, okay, they are actually glioma, astrocytoma, oligodendroma, but no actual neuron tumors can be formed. Why? Because they don't multiply much, okay. So that is why most tumors of brain are gliomas, okay. Now let me discuss what are the main glial cells. So glial cells we have are as follows, okay. So what are the main glial cells, okay. So the main glial cells we have are, first we have the microglia, okay, they are basically macrophages for phagocytosis, okay. So they are macrophages for phagocytosis. Then number 2, what else we have? We have the oligodendrocytes. So what is the function or purpose they serve? So oligodendrocytes, basically what they do, they make myelin sheath, okay, that is insulation. Where? So they make the myelin sheath, that is insulation, where? At CNS neurons, okay. So central nervous system neurons, who's the cell? Oligodendrocyte. In peripheral nervous system nerves, who make? Yes, the Schwann cell. So you can write one line, Schwann cells at PNS make myelin. Okay, so oligodendro in the brain, Schwann cell in this, okay, fine. And since in brain the neurons are very close, they can supply more than one. So that's why 10 neurons. So 10 neurons can be supplied by one oligodendrocytes. So one oligo, 10. Schwann cell, 1:1. So one Schwann cell, one neuron. So that's why what is 1:1 ratio? Schwann cell have 1:1 ratio, oligo have 1:10 ratio, okay. Then third are the ependymal cells. Ependymal cells, okay. What they do? They line the ventricles, okay, filled with CSF, okay. So their function is they are lining the what thing? They are lining the what thing? Okay, clear? Fine. So I hope it's clear. So they are, yes, filled with the CSF, okay, filled with CSF, okay, clear? So if you say 100 billion neurons, what are the number of glial cell? 100 times or 10 times more? 10 times more, that is approximately 1 trillion. So that's why almost 10 times more, okay. So that's why these 4 are making bulk of the brain neurons or brain cells. What are the main cell? Glial cells. One question was there, I am just telling. Question was, what are the main cells in the brain? Most people write neurons. No, 10 times more, that means it is 100 into 10 billion. Got the idea? 1000 billion. Got clear? So that is why it is approximately 10 times more. So who's the main cells in the brain? Technically they are neurons functionally, but actually the answer is glial cells are the main cells making the brain. Bulk are glial cell, okay. So let's start. Number 4th is astrocytes. Very, very important, astrocytes, okay. So what do the astrocytes do? First is they make blood brain barrier. So they make what thing? They make the blood brain barrier. What cells? The astrocytes. So what are they made by? Okay, so basically they are made by what? First thing, BBB is basically tight junctions plus they are enveloped by astrocytes, okay. So tight junction between the endothelial cells and the astrocytes which wrap around them. So astrocytes will wrap and they will make it seal pack, okay. Now question is, what is the tight junction? So again there are type of what? Type of cell junction, okay. First, they don't allow any movement across two cells, okay. So don't allow any movement across two cells, like this one cell, this one 2 second, okay. Let's say these are two cells, these are nucleus, okay, these are nucleus, okay. So these are the tight junctions. Are you clear? So because of this tight junction, nothing can go through between the cells, okay. So they are the tight junction, TJ. So TJ. So they make like zip like locking. So as you lock, unlock, so the zip like structure which can lock and unlock is the tight junction, okay. So what the function? Leaky junction allow the movement, okay. tight junction don't allow the movement across. So that is why the blood on one side, let's say the blood on one side and the CSF on the other side, they remain separate. Why? Because of the tight junction between the cell won't allow any movement across. Okay, but yes, water, small substances can still go via aquaporin, etc. So if something can enter the cell and go, then they can cross. So water, etc. can cross via aquaporin, especially one. Okay, so I'll just discuss. So don't allow any movement, okay, across two cells. Okay, so across the two cells. Okay, clear? Now next is what are they made from? Made from proteins. So which protein? First is occludins. Okay, so first they are made from what things? They are made from the occludins. Okay, fine. Then claudins. Okay, so occludin and tight junctional molecules. Okay, also JAM, that is junctional adhesion molecule. So these are the three which will prevent any what movement across. So occludins, claudins, JAM, these three create the tight junction. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Okay, so right, water and lipid soluble substances. Okay, water how? Aquaporin 2 is in the kidney. Remember, here is aquaporin. Lipid soluble can cross blood brain barrier. Okay, so mainly it prevent the movement of anything that is in blood, water soluble, towards the CSF. Okay, so the main purpose is stopping water soluble or large substances like bacteria, viruses, drugs, neurotransmitter. Okay, fine. Other function, astrocytes also maintain. So astrocytes also maintain the composition of CSF. So what they are doing? They also maintain the composition of CSF. Okay, they don't let the CSF be changed. How? First is metabolism and removal of, you can say, neurotransmitters, toxins, etc. So they keep on removing neurotransmitters, toxins from the brain. So there is one function, they keep removing the neurotransmitters and toxins from the brain. Okay, they remove it from the brain, and also what? Also maintain ionic balance. How? By mainly potassium uptake. So you know which ion enter during the depolation? Sodium enter the neuron and potassium comes out in repolation. So as neurons are making APs, the potassium accumulate in CSF. So what take this potassium out of CSF? This. Okay, plus also what they do is they form your synthesis. So also make sometime neurotransmitters, growth factors, hormones, etc. Okay, so it also make what things? Neurotransmitter, growth factors, etc. These are the function of what thing? The astrocyte. One is blood-brain barrier. Second, make sure CSF remain the same. See, neurotransmitter of brain, if they enter the blood, they create problem, and anything in the blood, if it enter the brain, like let's say bilirubin or high amounts of urea, etc., again it will be toxic to the brain. So what prevent them from entering into each other? The blood-brain barrier. Okay, that's why most water soluble things are blocked by blood-brain barrier. Who make it? Astrocytes and tight junction. Plus they also make sure the CSF remain the same. Like kidney maintain the plasma, kidney also help in maintaining the CSF, but indirectly. What the main cell there? The astrocytes are there, the main cells for making sure the CSF remain the same by removal of metabolic waste, also maintain the ionic balance, and also it make nerve growth factors, neurotransmitters, etc. Okay, fine. Now 2-3 things about the CSF. First is the CSF, which is filled in the ventricles and circulating. CSF is secreted by choroid plexus. Okay, I am doing these things in a very rapid way. Why? Because they are taught in anatomy also, and they are not something which is only taught in physio. And absorption by what? Absorption arachnoid villi. So arachnoid villi. Okay, so arachnoid villi absorb. The next question, normal volume. Normal volume is 150 ml. Okay, daily production is 500 ml a day. Okay, so daily secretion या production is 500 ml a day. Okay, so that is the daily value. Okay, 500. Okay, fine. And sometimes they ask per hour also, that is 20 ml per hour. If there are 24 hours, obviously how much? It is 20 ml per hour. Okay, what is the pressure? Right, it is 5 to 10, rather 4 is better answer, 4 to 10 mmHg or what, 50 to 130 mmH2O, that is water pressure. Okay, so 4 to 40, I told you 1.36, so 4 to 10 mmHg and 50 to 130 millimeters of water. Okay, and composition, first similar to plasma but lesser concentration of most solutes, ions, etc. Example, glucose is 60% of plasma. So everything reach to what? The brain after difficulty. So that's why the glucose levels are not same as plasma. They are 60% of the plasma. Same are ions, they are again less, but they are very similar to plasma. Okay, example, glucose less. Okay, fine. And one special thing, no proteins, etc. and no or little proteins. Unlike plasma, no or little proteins. Cells are also very few. Just don't write this, because one thing is clear. So they contain very little what? Things which are seen in plasma. So there is no albumin, no globulins, no clotting factors much. Why? Because they all are not able to cross the blood brain barrier. So it's like what? It's like a filtered version of plasma. So filtered version of plasma is CSF. Okay, now we see what? There is something called as exoplasmic transport. Exoplasmic transport. Okay, so what do you mean or understand by the term exoplasmic? How the things travel from the cell body to this. So let me explain first, then I will make a diagram also. We have two types, the slow and rapid. So two type of transport occur in the exoplasm of a neuron. Okay, the exoplasmic, the slow is very slow, 20 to 40 millimeter a day, whole day it travels just this much. Okay, and rapid is fast, 200 to 400 millimeter a day. Clear? So it's approximately 200 to 400 millimeter a day is the concept. Is it clear? Fine. So right, first is let's say slow. How slow occurs? Slow is by microtubules, okay, which is one of the cytoskeletal. Okay, so microtubules make what thing? They make the cytoskeleton. Okay, so they make what thing? They make the cytoskeleton. Okay, so they make what thing? Cytoskeleton in this case. Okay, clear? So they make the cytoskeleton. Okay, fine, done. Okay, so what makes the hydrogen? This. Okay, and what happens? They are moving moving only in forward direction, that is anterograde. So that's why the microtubules, which also make the cilia etc., they only go in what direction? Forward direction. Okay, via positive polymerization. Okay, so microtubules which are made by tubulin protein, as they keep added, what happens? Like example, see, I'm not good diagram. Okay, like I make a tube. So this is a tube, it contains this. So as you keep putting what? More molecule, it will keep going towards one end. So that is called as the plus end, where the molecules are added. So as you keep adding, they are going. So called as which end? Plus end. And some can be removed from the other, called as minus end. So that is called as positive polymer. So if you add molecules, monomer, it becomes polymerized and the chain will keep going forwards. Okay, so that's why it is going only in the forward direction. Okay, and the main function is, right, the microtubule, they act as railway tracks, act as the tracks for molecular motors. Okay, so they act as tracks for molecular motor. Okay, so what is slower, a train or the track laying process? So obviously when you want to lay a track from one end to other end of a city, let's say you are putting metro in any city like Delhi, Bangalore or Chennai, what happens? You start putting the metro, take years to make the metro tracks, but once the metro tracks are ready, the trains can run very fast across, they can zip through the tracks. So what is making the tracks? The tracks are made by the microtubules at a slower rate. Now rapid is by molecular motors. Rapid is by the molecular motors, they are by molecular motors. Okay, and it is of two types, anterograde and retrograde. Okay, so what can only go forwards? Yes, the slow microtubule based transport, but they can be both antero and retro. First, antero is by kinesin, and this is by dynein. So what causes the antero? Antero is by kinesin protein and this is by dynein. Okay, what they do, I'll discuss. First is molecular motor, what they do? Okay, they run on microtubules. So they run on the microtubules. Okay, so that's why they are running very, very fast. Okay, now what the kinesin do? First, they carry and bring. So they carry and bring what thing? So they carry and bring, okay, vesicles from cell body soma. So they carry and bring vesicles from cell body soma, okay, containing neurotransmitters, nerve growth factors, NGFs, hormone, etc. to axon terminal for secretion. That is something I taught already in your general physio class, how secretion occurs. So when the neurotransmitter or anything reach, remember the vesicle, they fuse. Even in insulin I discussed that as the vesicle of that secretory vesicle merge with the membrane, calcium, it causes exocytosis. Okay, what the trigger? Calcium cause exocytosis and release of neurotransmitter, and that cause neurotransmitter or hormone release. Okay, so that is the whole story. So what is carrying the vesicle? The kinesin from cell body soma to the axon terminal for secretion purposes. And who's the trigger which is causing the exo? The calcium triggers I'll make it, don't worry, I'll make it and show also, okay. Done. Now what is the concept of dynein? So right, dynein. Dynein, as the name, it does the work, okay. So it bring what? Bring empty vesicles for recycling from terminal to soma, okay. So it bring the empty. Now see the name, dynein, dye, it works and cause die. So that means is working to cause death, die. So name is dynein, you go die. Why? Also bring viruses, toxins, etc. to cell body. Got the idea? So that is why I said it is working to cause death, go and die. Why? What happens? Let's say a dog bites, not you obviously, some other person. As the dog bites that person, the virus, the rabies virus enter the skin, but it has to go to the cell body to integrate with the nucleus. So how will it go? It is in the nerve endings. So yes, it takes a ride. So it will hitch a ride over the dynein, and the dynein will carry the virus into what? The cell body, where the nucleus, the virus will integrate and cause the infection. So that's why what bring the viruses to the cell body for all these things? Dynein. That's why you will die. So dynein cause the death work, dynein, okay, clear? So what bring what bring the viruses and the empty vesicles? Dynein. Retro, what carry the fresh neurotransmitter vesicle? Kinesin. Now as I told you, I will explain. So let me explain this, okay. Let's say I am making a neuron, okay. So this is a neuron, this is a nucleus, okay. Then we have the all endoplasmic, you know this very well, okay. These are dendrites, nucleus, and then we have what? The dendrites. Then this is the cell body, soma, okay, soma. This is the axon. Myelin I am not showing because that is not required. This is the axon terminal, this is the terminal, and this area where the meet is called as hillock. I discussed that already. Axon, hillock, apigenesis occur. What occurs here? Action potential genesis, okay. Now I am just showing the part which is required, clear? This myelin sheaths, myelin, and these are nodes of Ranvier. Nodes of Ranvier, okay. Now there are some special things to understand. These dots like structures, they are called as Nissl granules. Nissl granules, okay. They are free ribosomes. They are free ribosomes. What they do? Make proteins, hormones, etc. Okay. So they are making all this stuff, okay. Then we have all the things like the Golgi apparatus, like all this thing. So now what happens? This is the vesicle. So these are the vesicles we are having. So these are the vesicles filled with neurotransmitter, okay. Now they have to go down and up. So let me show it, okay. So I'll make first what thing? One of the structure. Let's see this green structure I'm making. It's too big. So this green structure going down to the end is, let's say, a microtubule. It's a microtubule. So right. So this green structure is the microtubule. Okay. So the microtubule, and now we have to have two things. This one carrying the vesicles filled with neurotransmitter, okay, and going in this direction. This is your what thing? This is our, let me zoom in. So this is our kinesin. So this is our kinesin carrying neurotransmitter or secretory vesicle. Got the idea? So what is the kinesin doing? The kinesin will carry the vesicles filled with neurotransmitter towards what? Towards the axon terminal, okay. So it will carry. So that's why it keep running here like this, okay, with the vesicle. This is the vesicle, okay. Ultimately it will reach this area and now it releases the vesicle. Now the vesicles reach here. So these are the vesicles and they are now being released, kinesin. So now once the vesicles are released, what happens? You require help. What help? Once the calcium ions come inside, calcium, clear? So when the calcium come, okay, what happens? The calcium will cause exocytosis. Exocytosis. So what happens? The vesicles will merge with the membrane like this, and when they merge with the membrane, what happens? The neurotransmitters are secreted. Got the idea? So that causes a secretion of neurotransmitters, okay, fine. So neurotransmitter secretion, clear? And neurotransmitter secretion require what? Require snare proteins, okay. So what is needed? The snare proteins are needed, okay. What are the snare proteins? Okay, just write the name. They are synaptobrevin, syntaxin, SNAP25. So what they do? They help in docking and release of neurotransmitter, okay. So what you require for this? Calcium and snare for neurotransmitter. So let me write it down. So what are the two things required for secretion? Calcium and snare protein. So calcium and snare protein help in neurotransmitter secretion by binding to the membrane and releasing the content outwards. Is it clear now? So that is what the whole story about the neurotransmitter release is, okay. Now question is, how will the vesicle go back? So vesicle has to go back obviously. So it goes back with the help of what? The empty vesicles. They will go back with the help of what? Which one? This is the kinesin. So this one is the kinesin, that is dynein. So let me explain what the dynein do. It will go in what direction? In the reverse direction. So now the dynein with the vesicle is going where? In the reverse direction, clear? So that is why dynein will carry the vesicles back to the cell body. Is it clear now? So what carry the vesicles from cell body to the terminal? Who carry? Who carry? The answer is they are carried by the what thing? Kinesin. And what will carry the empty vesicles back to the cell body? Dynein. So I think I have made it very clear to you. What is kinesin doing? What is dynein doing? They are carrying the vesicles either from cell body to the terminal or from terminal back to the cell body. Is it clear? Now we see the main structures or parts in the CNS, okay. So starting with what structure? So let's start, okay.